Rome has got a remaster. I called it. But will Medieval 2 get the same treatment? Over a year ago, I made my prediction. I predicted Warhammer 3 would get announced late 2020, Q4, or maybe 2021, Q1. I was right. I am confident enough to say I was right about the launch date also. Although that is to be announced, I cannot see Q3 being too far out. Rome Remastered, weirdly, I actually expected it to take longer. My prediction was Q1 2022, instead got it a year early, Q1 2021. Not complaining. Technically CA in their FAQ have said they have no other plans for a remaster. But if you choose to believe them or not, it's up to you. Personally, I think there is a bit of truth in this. I think that currently they think they will remaster it, but what they are saying is, we want to see how this sells first. Now, CA has a historical team and a historical Saga team. The Saga team was expected to release their game 2022, and the next historical title is planned for 2023. This is the pattern that CA seem to have been setting for a while now. My original prediction, however, was wrong. My guess was the historical Saga team, the guys who made Thrones, were going to work on Rome Remastered and Medieval 2 Remastered. Remasters of older games are usually easier and cheaper to make, so this would have been perfect for the Saga team. However, then this happened. Feral Interactive, the team that made the mobile version, made the remaster, which I had guessed at before, but personally did not think they could do it. But hey, they proved me wrong. However, now that does break my original plan. If the Saga team is working on Medieval 2 Remastered, and just that, then the task seems a little too easy. That does risk putting them in the opposite of crunch time, free time, where you end up paying people to sit around, swivel on their chairs, and do nothing, which of course won't happen. So here's some possible theories. I'm not confident enough now to have a serious guess at what they are doing, so instead I will list a few options. And I am fairly sure they are working on at least one of these. Option 1. The historical Saga team is just working on a historical saga. Like Thrones, but hopefully, not like Thrones. Option 2. They are making Medieval 2 Remastered. Plan to finish early, then plan to help out the main historical team on their project. This is reasonably likely, as we have seen CA post a lot of job offers lately. Maybe they are struggling to find staff. The Saga team finishing early and merging with the main team could fix this potential issue. Option 3. Medieval 2 Remastered would be more than just Medieval 2 Remastered. This theory I like. For example, we will get Medieval 2 and the expansions, but many more mechanics, more modding support, and maybe a new optional campaign with more factions and units. Remember, my original theory was Rome 1 Remastered brings back the original fans, which it's doing. Medieval 2 Remastered is meant to be a boom, and get people hype for the medieval world, and then Medieval 3 or the Medieval trilogy will then get announced. The other two remasters are really just hype builders for that, like Age of Empires, like Crash, like COD. However, if option 3 was to be the case and Medieval 2 Remastered became more like Medieval 3, I think that could kill the hype a bit for a new medieval game. So option 3 is least likely, And due to them saying that they have no plans, I choose to partially believe that option 1 is most likely. They are not working on a remaster, and instead we get a historical saga after Warhammer 3. If option 1 is indeed the case, then there is still a chance that we can get a Medieval 2 remastered. Feral posted on Twitter an image about Medieval 2. Now, sales for mobile Rome exceeded expectations greatly. That's why we get the remaster on PC. If Rome flopped on mobile, the odds are we would not be here talking about the remaster at all. Okay, well, I still probably would be here talking about it, but it probably would not have happened. If they are now making Medieval 2 for mobile, then it is likely that they will then make Medieval 2 remastered for PC, and I think they will do mobile first again. Timing, however, becomes an issue. Mobile could take 2 years to make, and then another 2 years for the remaster. These times are a minimum. It could easily be 3 or 4 years for both. Either way, it could be a while, but then again, I don't know how big Feral is. It is of course possible that they have another team that have been working on it for some time. With CA and my video last year, I was able to look at the developers in the credits to predict who was where and what they are likely working on, and then to use that information to predict a release date for certain games. I really need to start going outside again. However, with Feral now involved in development, we don't have enough history of them to be able to make such predictions. If I had to guess though, for guessing's sake, I would predict that Medieval 2 Mobile will release between the next fantasy-based Saga, made by the Troy devs, and the next fantasy title, whatever that could be. So, Q1 2025 for mobile, and then Medieval 2 Remastered Q1 2029. Or perhaps the other way round. These are just the most logical times of when the historical community would be most hungry. However, to be honest, I expect the mobile version to release earlier, and maybe a Q1 2025 for Medieval 2 Remastered. Lastly, I should add, the CA Discord had Warhammer, Three Kingdoms, Troy, Rome, Medieval and Shogun, and then other titles. I said, why does it have these games and not Attila, not Empire, or not Napoleon? I used this to suggest remasters will come. Rome now is called Rome plus Remastered. Can we expect the same for Medieval? And then something Shogun, perhaps? I don't know. But I was right once before here, so it is worth a thought. Either way, I have actually become less confident of a Medieval 2 remaster being in the works, now that suddenly we have Rome. Simply because my original planned schedule for them has suddenly gone out the window. Either way, you can guarantee I will be here pushing for it, and fighting for it. Like I did with Rome. Medieval 2, I love ya. Medieval 2 fans, you mean a lot to me also. I'm 2 for 2, can I be 3 for 3? Anyway, let me know down in the comments below. What do you think? What do they have planned? Will it ever happen? Like if you enjoyed or learnt something new. Subscribe to get notified of more Rome and Medieval 2 content. That's mostly all we cover here. And for now, until the next one, MELKOR.